Standing tailback right behind him. He's 91 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. Grayson all day, and he checks it down, and DeHart cannot make the catch at the 20. Why can't they both be?
I agree, but why would you want to steal some votes? It's a tough run. You see that Kimmie Carson slice through that, he gapped it, hit it perfectly, and made the tackle. And that's something they're expecting from this young man moving forward.
Especially they've got Carson and Langford playing at those middle linebacker spots. They don't have much experience in this defense.
One's a JUCO transfer, and Kimmie Carson, a redshirt freshman.
Higgins, 4 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. And Ryan Langford, nice tackle there. Grayson. Somebody wasn't on the right page there. Darren Thompson now the running back. He's a freshman, number 27. And there's no place to go as he is wrapped up. Close to a loss of 5 yards on the play. Kimmie Carson, yep.
He's timing it up pretty well, so you got to think about changing that snap count. He's hitting the line of scrimmage at just the right time.
Setting up the screen, and New Mexico not fooled.
They have more in the mix, and Matt Olson up at Utah State playing with his 4th-string quarterback, still playing well.
And the ball comes out. New Mexico saying they have it, and they do. So I know you said Coach Mack wants to finish clean. It hasn't been as clean a finish as he was looking for.
And, well, your backup's got to go in and do a job. They can't come in the game and put the ball on the ground.
Well, Garrett Hughes knocked it out, and Kimmie Carson recovers. So now New Mexico 3 turnovers. They had the first 3 of the game. Colorado State now has 2.
It's my guy Eric Williams, who was like the scout go-to guy. Coach Baldwin talked about him and his efforts. Coughed it up, got to carry. Build them up. I build them up to tear them down. I don't just tear them down.
Doesn't feel like that way in our friendship. It feels like it's one direction. And no place to go there. Good defense from New Mexico. And look, they're having fun out there still.
Kimmie Carson.
Yeah. Taking advantage of Mexico's been playing good teams, really competitive games.
And I think all they need to look no further than the Boise game, and I think that adds credence to what they're what's happening to them.
Kierkegaard pressure coming, and it's picked off. Cranston Jones takes it for 6. Touchdown Lobos.
I tell you what, that's how you answer. That's how you answer your defense making plays. Hasn't happened a ton, but Cranston Jones on the tip ball. You see Kobe needs to look it off, and Kimmie Carson gets his hand up on the ball, knocks it out of there. And I mean, that's an opportunistic.
And Hill tripped up.
Kimmie Carson.
Yeah, well done by the linebacker, number 2 there, Kimmie Carson.
You know, not very tall, 6 feet, listed at 228, but probably down where around 215 into the football season. Losing a little bit of weight, playing middle backer. Really aggressive, has good instincts.
And the staff gave him the ultimate compliment. They just said, this guy's a football player.
And that's all you want people to say about you, period. You could really.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, that Fresno State, at Fresno State was
It was a stunning result. Sean Wick. And no place to go, David Guthrie.
Leeway on that.
Looks like they're bringing everybody. Kierkegaard may be trying to get out of this. And Kierkegaard's going to scramble, step up, and go down. Kimmie Carson with the sack. They picked up the blitz. Good job in protection.
And this is where a guy that hasn't played a ton doesn't have that anticipation. When you see everybody in the box coming, you know you've got man-to-man. Know where your routes are going. There's no reason to look anywhere else. Put it up in a spot. There's nobody in the middle of the field. Get it up early, and your receivers have to do a better job of getting in and out downhill to his quarterback for the completion.
No place to go. Carson in the backfield.
Talked about those gap fire blitz earlier, and right here he times it up perfectly. And if I'm the center of the guard or the backs, I'm telling my quarterback, change the count. He's able to beat Hollister there.
And Kimmie Carson, very good friends with Dakota Cox. And last year when Cox, 2nd and 10.
In the middle of the field in this area is where you want to try and attack.
Kierkegaard, pressure coming, delivers, and it's incomplete. Almost another interception. Kimmie Carson in his hands for a moment.
Little hustle play there by Jake Moldhart, who finishes, doesn't allow him to catch that ball. But again, you watch the vision, you watch the eyes of Kobe. He's staring down where he wants to throw. Then he tries to come off late and find somebody else. Rufran can't finish it. For an offensive explosive gun first, not always coming downhill with the run, but take those hitch routes that are going to give you some space outside.
And they give Irvin a blow, and this is Malik Ruff into about a 6-yard gain. 3rd down and 3 for the Spartans. Pressure coming, and he's going to get sacked. Kimmie Carson shed a block, came on a blitz, and the sophomore from Tulsa with a sack, and it's 3 and out for San Jose State.
As a quarterback, I hate it, but I love this. This is defensive football. Watch Carson come on the blitz. Nice zone coverage. Everyone's in their gaps. Carson gets through there on the blitz. Tyler Irvin tries to cut block instead of staying up and stoning him.
San Jose, California on a pretty Saturday evening. Potter's going to go play action. Wanted a deep shot, wasn't there. He tucks it down. He'll get a couple of yards before he was tackled in the open field by Kimmie Carson, who's had a busy afternoon.
It's just good job of staying in your zone. If you're Kimmie Carson, they run the play action, trying to take a shot.
Kevin Cobb and Case Keenum at Houston, and an exciting brand of football now at Tulsa as a head man, as they have the football starting this series. Sense how big this play is in the 2nd quarter. They're going to run it. That's not going to get it done. Langer shut down. Kimmie Carson, the weak side linebacker.
Great play by New Mexico State, sniffing that out. I thought Tulsa should have went to their big receiver Garrett on a fade route, but you can see they're trying to catch him real quickly because they never huddle, and in doing so, it slowed everything down, allowed this defense to get set. Woods, I mean, a turnover, a touchdown, and they're only leading by 2.
They're going to run it here on 3rd and 5, and stretching forward is Brewer. Did he get there?
By the mark here, he's short.
He needed the 35, and they're going to mark him down inside the 37. So an interesting situation here. 4th down and about 1.5 yards. And we understand that Oklahoma beat Tennessee in double overtime, 31-24. The Sooners awaiting Tulsa. You mentioned that just a moment ago.
Well, they're going for this. 4th down. The play that's worked for them, watch them run play right up the middle.
Brewer, he didn't get there. He did not get there, and that's a big stop for New Mexico. They will take over on downs at the 36.
Watch this play. They've been successful on the run. New Mexico bowed up this time. Look at all the defenders of New Mexico playing on Tulsa's side of the ball with Kimmie Carson getting in there making that tackle. That is why that play did not work. And if they had been here,
here comes the pressure. There's Lucas at the 20. Makes a man miss. Lucas to the 10, and it'll be 1st and goal. He goes down. The ball comes free, and they're going to say he was down at the 9-yard line.
you can see he sees the matchup, gets it out to his playmaker quickly, and he does the rest. Makes the guy miss in space. Nice hit, but the ground can't cause a fumble.
It was Kimmie Carson that popped him. Number 2 against number 2.
Cowboys trying to even things up here at home. Under 7 to go here in the 1st quarter. Both running backs with Kaufman. They'll hand it off to Wick, and that goes nowhere. As Kimmie Carson comes in.
Great read by Kimmie Carson. Knifes
For 73 yards.
He's got a lot of players for New Mexico within 10 yards right now.
And Hill's going to run and run right in to Kimmie Carson.
He was first hit in there.
8th play of the drive for the Cowboys. Hand off to Wick. And over the left side, a couple of hard yards for Sean Wick. Kimmie Carson in the mix again for the Lobos.
He's been extremely active, including his personal foul on Kaufman, but this kid is flying around, making plays all over the field. Extremely aggressive.
He's the redshirt sophomore out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, went to East Central High, and we knew he'd be active and athletic. About the 12. And a handoff to Wick. He is hit immediately. And guess who? Kimmie Carson again for the Lobos.
And this guy is all over the field.
Monster.
You know, talked about the size of linebackers. Only 6 feet tall, 213 pounds. Plays way bigger than that. Watch him play downhill and shoots inside immediately. They're giving him a lot of free rein to come off the edge. Comes right through, and I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're a tight end.
Kaufman to throw again. And that is incomplete to Hill. Some guys hanging all over receivers, but no flags.
He's behind the line of scrimmage. They're trying to set up a screen. They can get to him before the ball does. They set up a screen and did not do a good job timing-wise of doing it. You see the recognition immediately there by Kimmie Carson. That's why
this could be a big play for the Lobos if they can hold on 3rd and 1. Price in motion for the Cowboys. Kaufman's going to throw, rolls out, has a receiver, and that's his fullback out of the backfield, Van Manen.
Short.
And let's see where they spot that. Now 26-34. Another pass, and Kaufman's run down by Kimmie Carson, and he goes down in a heap. So Kimmie Carson got there first, and then